Today's opener, as I said, is going to resemble very close to the quiz that you're going to take. We are using the rectangular area model to expand. So we have two groups of numbers here. With these two groups of numbers, they represent two things on our area model. What two things do these numbers represent on our area model? The height and width. So the first group of numbers represents my, so it's going to be my height. And then the second group of numbers is going to represent my width. Now, when you find the area of a rectangle, most of you guys probably started finding it by area equals length times width, right? Just because it's easier to remember height, we substituted height for the word length. They mean the exact same thing, so when we're saying our first group of number represents the height, so the height of my first rectangle here is going to be, okay? Then the height of my second rectangle is going to be 5. So then we're ready to talk about our width. So the width of my first rectangle is
5.
And then the width of my second rectangle is, make sure you put that -3. Make sure you put that negative in there. That's going to be really important to have. It's cold down there. Okay. So from here, the object is to go and find the area of each individual rectangle. So you kind of think about it like this. So we're on this floor, we're on the third floor, right? This is my room. This is Mr. Haug's room. This is Mr. Garland's room. And this is Mr. Johnson's room. So we're going to find each individual area of the rooms, and then we're going to find them all together. So we're first finding of each individual room or rectangle, and then we're going to find the total area. So again, refresh my memory. What's the area? How do you find the area of a rectangle? What is it again? The formula?
A times height times width.
Good. So if I'm finding the area of this first rectangle here, what's the height?
3e times 5e.
Good. So 3e times 5e, which equals?
15e squared.
Sure. Thank you. So now we're going to look at the top right. So from there, I want to know what the area of this rectangle is going to be. So if I want to know what the area of that rectangle is going to be, what am I going to have to multiply together, Elizabeth W? Top right.
Okay, 3e times -3.
Okay, which equals?
-9e.
Okay, now I'm going to go down to my bottom left. If I want to determine what the area of the rectangle on the bottom left is going to be, what would I multiply together, Trevon?
5 times 5e.
Which equals?
25e.
And then the bottom right, Ashley, how would I find the area of the bottom right rectangle?
5 times -3.
Which equals?
-15.
-15. Now that I have each individual area, I want to know what the total area is going to be. In order to do that, I have 4 different numbers. Can I just combine all those 4 numbers together? Why not? Yeah, they're not like terms, so I have to make sure I identify my like terms. What are my like terms here? And? So here are my like terms. So I'm going to combine those. When I go to write out my answer, which number am I going to put first?
15e squared.
Why?
It's squared and it goes first.
Because the number with the highest exponent goes first according to your notes, right? Okay, so then what would come second?
9.
Okay, so I could write 15e squared minus 9e plus 25e and then this, but I could skip that step and just combine these before I write it out. So you don't have to show me those 2 steps. So if I want to combine negative 9e plus 25e, what's that going to get me? 16. What?
E.
Okay, and is that going to be a positive or a negative? Yeah, so a positive 16e. And then what's the last number I'm going to put down? What type? I just put 15 like this. There you go, negative So that here is your final answer. So when I go to grade your quizzes today, it's going to be worth 8 points. You're going to get a point for setting the height up correctly, the width up correctly, for showing your work inside of each box correctly, having the correct answer, and combining like terms. So 8 points. Now, if you don't like combining your terms in your final answer and you want to write it out how Miss Melton's been doing with you guys, you can do that too. Just make sure you show me your final answer. David, question?